My name is Portia.
And I am Lerato.
And we are back with our second season of
First and Foremost.
Guys,
Yes.
this is so exciting. We are just so glad that we're doing this. And we really enjoyed doing the first one. And then we would really love to hear from you guys. Hear how you found it. It was quite a journey for us and it's continuing.
Yes. Oh, it was an amazing journey. Hey,
It was.
I absolutely enjoyed it. It was so fun.
And the growth that came with it.
Yes,
and, everything that we learned. I mean, like comfort zones. We have left our comfort zones. We could say.
Yeah.
Every step is growth.
Yeah.
It brings growth to us. And we would love to hear from you. I mean, this is something that we sort of doing for us and you guys.
We thought that for the first episode of season 2, it would be a great idea to actually put ourselves out there so that you, our audience, can get to know us better.
A little bit more, so that you get to know us.
Yes. And we also have received some questions and comments on our personal pages, which is why we are doing this. So what we're going to do is play a little game. We've got some of the questions that we got on our personal platforms. So we've written them down and they're in this bowl. So what's going to happen, we're each going to draw a piece of paper, then ask the question that's there, and both of us will get an opportunity to answer.
Let the games begin?
Let it begin.
Okay.
I shall go first. Okay. Oh,
this is a blank one.
It's a blank one, guys.
Okay, I think this is the one you asked. Yeah, let's go for another one.
You go, friend.
Okay. 5 top reasons why image consulting.
Yes, I saw that one. Well, for me, I think with the background that I had, I'm not sure if you know this, my friend, but when I was growing up, obviously after school, I would be the one, I would be the go-to person in my family when it comes to putting outfits together, doing their hair. Like I would sort of be the person they would go to. And it's just something that I was passionate about, and when I learned about how much of an impact image has on your success or on your journey to your success, it became quite key to learn even more about it. And when I went to study image consulting and to get my certification, it was like, my gosh, this is so me. It was so me. Everything that I learned there, it resonated so harmoniously with me, and what I was about, and it becomes easy, and it drives my passion as well. It excites me. And the one thing that is really exciting about this for me is the impact that it has. You can really make it work for you. Yes.
So true.
So true.
So I don't wanted to make that 5.
That's what I was just gonna say. So I don't know how many I've given you.
I think it was like about 15. So we want just 5. Okay.
Yeah.
No, but I think you gave us enough. We just want, like, if we were to like really say 5, what would those be? I don't know if they can get there.
Yeah.
Or maybe you've got them already. I don't know. It's just me. For me, when I couldn't be what I thought I would be, I actually wanted to be a medical doctor. And I think I was mostly pushed by the fact that I had this passion, if I could put it that way, to help people. And, I really felt hungry or thirsty to see people walk into their second chance. There was something for me in that, like, in seeing people after probably even like going through certain things, picking themselves up and walking into better things and second chances. So when I couldn't be that, that itch was there. And then when I found image consulting, I felt like I found something that is letting me do that. Maybe I could put it like that, because this is something that started unfolding as I learned more about what image was, especially when you take it from the inner image, how the person sees themselves from within. And, so I think for me, it started scratching that itch. It started satisfying a place in me that was, once such a void. So I think that's what it is for me. It's like it started doing exactly what I wanted to do with something else for me now. So I think that would be reason number one. And reason number two.
Only one.
No. I don't think, okay, the other ones are just going to be like, So reason number two, I think this is more me. I love beautiful things. I love smart. I love, like seeing people, improve certain things and believe more in what they have. You understand what I'm saying? Owning their individuality, their beauty, their gifts and talents, and you understand, like that ownership. I think I enjoy people. Seeing people operate in that strength. I think for me it means something. And also knowing the power that image has. You could be this super powerful person, but if you're not displaying it, I know how that can work against you as a person. So I think that's one of the things that really pushed me.
Okay, friend, if image easy wins to maintaining good image.
You just get your hair right. When your hair is like in the right place, I think it becomes easy for you to do different things with your image and actually even, dress up easily. I think it assists you. And I think words of affirmation, that's what I do for myself. There are good things that I tell myself, from time to time. I think it helps because it sort of pushes me in this space where I get to own everything that is about me and appreciate. And I think...
Can I ask another question after this one?
After the actual main question.
No, I wanted to go to hone in on the words of affirmation. It would be interesting what yours are.
You want me to list them?
No, let's do that later.
Oh, okay,
Just continue,
later. Oh, okay. And I think another thing is, just be organized as a person. Just make sure that you declutter your wardrobe, just so that it becomes easy for you to find all the things that you're looking for. If you were to ask me, I'm not like a wig person. I don't wear wig. I don't have a problem with that. This is just my preference. But then, for other people, I think that's one thing that it could just go to the first point that I mentioned about getting your hair right all the time. So that's one thing, maybe like own a couple of beautiful, good quality wigs that could assist you with that. But then don't change them. Well, my advice, again, just my preference, don't change them with outfits. Don't wear this one now, same day wear another one. I think we want you to have this believable image. I think this is just me. So if you're rocking one this weekend, this is just me. Okay. And I think another, I would say, what could I say? What else could I come up with?
You know what? Mine are actually the same. I was going to talk about, I think we can just have a discussion here.
I think so.
I was also going to talk about the hair and the wig. Now, when you're using a wig, make sure that you're maintaining it properly. Nowadays, the wigs, you can actually remove it when you sleep, put it on a head mannequin. And then, because when you sleep with it, it sort of does its own thing.
Do people sleep with them though? I don't think people sleep. I think that's the whole point. People want to be comfortable when they sleep.
No, some people do. There's people that still sew their wigs on.
Oh, guys, Majida will understand. They will understand. No, get comfortable.
So I mean, when you've had your wig washed and treated and everything, and you put it on a head mannequin, it just maintains its freshness
And the
and,
quality
and the
that it has.
quality and everything. So it's just a matter of putting it on like a diva, basically. You know, obviously you'll do your edges nicely and then you remove it. Another way, if you can just rock your short hair.
Your short hair.
You can just
mean your natural
your
hair?
natural
Oh, okay.
short hair. You know, it's very low maintenance. You can style it up, you can color it, you can make it work for you. But if you do color it, just make sure that you get advice in terms of the color that you want matching how it's going to work on your skin tone.
I think the point is just good hair that is taken care of.
Yes. Oh yes, I wanted to ask, what are your words of affirmation?
Basically, it's just you know what, I like telling myself, reminding myself of the beautiful person that I am. And you know, with all my flaws, I do notice that I'm not a perfect person, but you know what, I love everything about myself. I talk to myself about my mistakes as well, you understand, so that I get better. Like, I want to be that healthy with myself. And I sort of reaffirm, I sort of, how can I put it? Like like, it's good words that I confess over myself and talk about my like, you know, it did matter. Like it depends on what's happening on that day, even if it's like a physical something, or maybe strength that I have as a woman, wisdom that I have as a woman, that I believe I have as a woman. And sometimes it's just, you know, like it's different things that I have that I just retell myself, if that's a word at all. But then, you know, I just speak over myself and I remind myself of all those good things. Sometimes it's just my fingers and I just compliment myself. Sometimes I look myself in the mirror and I actually say to myself, do you see what quality you know, like the quality of a woman you are, the beauty that you have. You could never be a mistake. You could never be someone else's whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Those are, you know, words depending on what's going on that day. Those are words that I speak to myself.
Yeah. Oh, similar to me as well. My affirmations are, I am beautiful. Do you know who my father is? Like,
ooh, I love that one. I love that one.
Do you know? What does that make me? You know, if I'm the daughter to the king, what does that make? Do you know? Like, and there's one of me. There is one of me. Like, I'm a prized possession. You know? Like, I am sure. I am capable. I am worthy. I deserve good things. And
undefeated, unstoppable.
Yes, unstoppable. All of those, because that's what we are. Yes, we need to remind ourselves of that every single day.
And it helps a lot. It helps a lot.
Oh, another easy win, my friend, is just to make sure that your outfit it's not creased. You know, just make sure that whatever you're wearing, it's you know, you planned, you were prepared for it. You know, you could be going for an interview, you could be going for, the least you can do is just to make sure that you iron that outfit.
Yeah. And I think another thing is just have, you know, those super comfortable but then looking really good outfits.
Yeah.
You know, that you just throw on even on those bad days. You know, the bad days where you don't really feel like, you know, making an effort and going out there and everything because of things that happen. But then, like, just have these easy to go with outfits. You know, those nice little dresses, you know, bright colors and stuff like that.
Those
because
fine ones, they actually lift you.
Yes. And you know, those stretchy jeans, for days you don't even feel like making an effort. So when someone looks at you, you still look like you're making an effort and you are still very comfortable. Because I know sometimes when you're going through a lot of emotional stuff, sometimes you just don't feel like, you know, you just don't get comfortable with a lot of things. So
You
when
don't
you've
want, you
got
don't feel like putting in effort.
an effort, because you just need so much TLC, and but you still want to go out there and look good. You don't want people to look at you and read stress.
Yes.
You still want to look very good, and that on its own uplifts you.
The
looking
Bible
good.
actually promotes that.
Yeah.
The Bible actually. And in terms of your face, guys, the most important things are your brows. I cannot stress
that
this
enough.
enough.
Yeah, I
Your
get
brows, you don't need to wear foundation, especially if you've got even toned skin. You don't need to. Just as long as your brows are fine, even if you're rocking your own natural brows, but as long as they're full enough, and you've got an arc, and just as long as they are neat.
Some people,
and
in terms of brows, they even go for microblading. I think
That's-
it's another thing that
that's-
is getting popular.
isn't that an amazing solution,
Yeah,
though?
I think it's getting popular.
Like, you wake up like that, guys, like literally.
Yeah, because I saw a few of my clients, walking
Yeah.
in, and they don't really want that hustle because they feel like they're not good to go through all that like every morning. So I think it has become like this solution for them. Yeah. So I think that's another easy win for some people out there.
True.
As well.
True,
Now that you were
true.
talking about brows, I
And
thought
it
let me.
lasts,
Yeah,
eh?
it
It
does.
lasts,
It
like,
does.
years.
Yeah, and I think
Years.
it is actually meant for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is meant for that. Another one is like just have statement making items. Like Lerato's top today. I mean, this is like a very easy top to go with, but it makes a statement. It has like this presence that it brings. 5 important principles to instill in your kids.
I think number 1 is self-belief. They need to, that is, no. The first one is God, guys. Apologies. Just right after I was raving about whose daughter I am.
Yes. No, but then I mean, sometimes it is so embedded in you. You don't, but then I feel like it's important sometimes just to put it out there. I was gonna put it out there for both of us anyway. Don't stress.
God before everything else. Like, I promise you all the time. That's number 1. Have faith and belief in God. Faith is super, super important because it's believing in things that you haven't seen, So that is, for me, that is super, super important. Okay, number 2, believe in yourself because you are a gift from God. And God does not make any mistakes. So you need to believe that you are badass. You need to believe that you're capable. You need to believe that you've got everything that you need to do whatever you need to do. You need to believe that. You need to believe, number 3, that you are beautiful with your flaws and everything. And you need to love and accept yourself as the person that you are. You are one of a kind. There is no one with any of your fingerprints or footprints or whatever. You are your own person. There's one Gugu. There is one Wewe. So
I think it's always good, especially maybe with you and me, because we're so similar in so many ways. I think God is that solid foundation. There is no life without him. So I would definitely say I could happily leave this earth knowing that I have left my children grounded in God. I think that's one of the things that could make me so happy as a person, because let me tell you something, plans change, people change, but God remains the same. So for me, I definitely would say just know who and whose you are. I think it's one of those things that I feel like every child should have. In like the land that we're living in. So I could not stress that enough, and I don't really just want to go into sermons right now because I could go there.
You can preach,
I
girl.
could just preach right now, so I'm not even going to take it there. And another thing I would say is, yes, we need to teach our children to believe in their individuality, like who God has made them to be. They need to understand how important they are are. They need to understand how they are somebody without even, starting anything. And let me tell you something about believing in your God and in who He has made you to be. Is the fact that things could change around you, but you could still, forge forward with the same strength because you know who you are and you know whose you are. So I think those are the two most important things that our children should know. We need to teach our children to work hard for what they want. We don't just wake up in the morning and dream. Our children must learn to work hard, with how things are happening in the day, like in our days. Hey, it's funny how people feel like they could just wake up and I don't know and look good for just social media and wait for someone to pick them up from there and what and then sometimes it's a long wait, and then sometimes what picks you up might not be that good for you. So learn to work hard. I want my children to understand that working hard is very much part of who they're supposed to be. You understand what I'm saying? And when you work hard, I promise you, it's an attitude that you somehow grounding yourself into. You understand? You don't start now. Whatever that you start, you continue. So it matters not where you find yourself in this life. Hard work. If you are about hard work, you will know how to work your way out of situations. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of just staying there until you wait for people to label you, and you understand what I'm saying? I think it's very, very important. And one of the ways, since I'm touching on hard work, education, people. I would definitely say education. Get education. I know sometimes, I heard Tyler Perry say something the other time. Are, if you ask me what's the square root of what, I won't be able to tell you. You understand? Because I studied this, but then I happened to do something. But then he talked about education as another solid foundation, because you see, people that go to school and get education, they don't just get like the book smart. It also develops character in them, because remember, it's not everyone that can actually achieve that. So that time spent in that space that is not so desirable, it builds a character in you. So I would definitely say education. And I know how it is to miss education. I would say get education, work your way up, explore your gifts, explore your power, explore your strength. And I promise you, that will be the attitude that you carry through life. Yeah, and it will determine your altitude.
Yeah.
No,
that's true. Another important thing is to be independent.
Independence.
Yes. Independence is very, very important. So strive towards that. It involves the hard working. It involves the education. It involves all of that.
All those
because
things.
At the end of the day, you want to be independent.
Yeah.
You want to.
You really
be
just
able
want to be your very own person.
Yeah. Very true, especially for our girl child.
Especially for our girl child. That's whom I'm crying for. Especially for our girl child. Yeah. Moving along.
Moving right along.
Your turn.